So it's all stimulating different parts of the brain. Through the Nurturing Pathways Instructor Certification Program, I learned there's so many things that parents and caregivers can do to help young children develop their brains. These things center on providing enriching movement experiences. In the first year of life, as you may know, the size of the infant's brain doubles, and they learn an astonishing array of skills. Their experiences and movements helps drive their brain development. Infants need to be out of containers, car seats, carriers, only in those when they're actually in the car and moving someplace. What they do need is many opportunities to move freely, to be on the floor, as in tummy time, multiple times a day for as long as the infant will tolerate it. And of course, getting down on the floor, face to face with the infant, interacting, maybe using a rattle or something to add interest, makes that tummy time much more palatable for the infant, because they have to exert a lot of muscles to hold their head up during tummy time. But there's much more to helping infants develop their brain through movement than simply tummy time. What might not be as well understood is that facilitating infants' movements of their upper and lower body, their body side or their homolateral side, and cross-body or contralateral patterns is also very important for brain development. The link between these movements and brain development is fascinating. Infants learn especially well when doing these movements to nursery rhymes.
Pussycat, pussycat, what did you there? I frightened a little mouse under her chair.
Infants also benefit from stimulation to their vestibular system and visual systems through moving through space. Dancing with an infant in arms while gently swinging, swaying, dipping, tilting, soaring provides rich vestibular stimulation as well as ever-changing visual stimulation or images that the infant needs to process. So, many of us as parents have danced with children in our arms. It's a great thing to do for their brain development as well as just having fun bonding time together. Tactile stimulation is also really important, provides rich sensory input for the children. So on bare skin, lightly touching like a tickling or gentle squeezing so there's deeper pressure, smooth soothing, sweeping, and patting all provide varying sensory input through the tactile system. So the bottom line is moving to learn and learning to move. That it's really important that infants have extensive opportunities to move freely, not only so that they become more skilled movers, but also so they can help their brain develop.
Wow. Yeah.
I think it really helped us to engage with them in a more personal way and having them do those activities that are going to help develop their motor development, as well as it improves their social interactions with us and each other. So I think that was a wonderful experience for me to be able to participate in that with her.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
The babies responded really well, like the ribbon. I had no idea that could fascinate a baby. Like, they were very fascinated and they were very engaged, and they loved every bit of it. So that was eye-opening to me, because there's so many stuff that we have in the classrooms that we don't even know that could be helpful to the kids and is do a lot. The fact that they can listen to the music and know that now the music is playing, I am going to dance, is very important for us to help them with that. Teach, show them how to do it, and then eventually they'll start doing it, because most of the time they just kind of do their own thing. But when we add all these things together and help them, I think it's very important, with their development. So I'm excited to show them all these activities, the ones that even didn't get to do them, and just have, put them on my lesson plan and just, go forward with it and have fun in my class.
We're going going to do some more games together. Yes, I brought all these eggs. Can you shake them? They make noise. Pretty cool. So the first activity that we did in the young toddlers room, those were older 1-year-olds and very young 2-year-olds. The activity we did was gutter ball with eggs. And so we brought in a 14-foot vinyl household gutter and suspended it so it was on an angle. And then the children picked up the eggs, the plastic, like the Easter eggs, that were scattered all around the room and rolled them down the gutter. The whole idea is to motivate the children to move from one part of the room to the other. And gathering eggs and rolling them down the gutter works great. Now this was impromptu. It would be better to have the gutter secured in some way. So this morning I held it there. But another thing that works is if it's propped between like 2 chairs, up and elevated, or actually I've used my husband's vise, a table vise, to hold it in place. That works really well. And not only can plastic eggs be rolled down, but it could be pine cones, particularly if you're in a location with lots and lots of pine trees around, or it could be matchbox cars or small plastic balls, whatever. So you can do the activity multiple times, but perhaps change up what they're rolling down the gutter. So the next activity was egg scramble. And this is very much like the first one without the gutter. So we've got the eggs all around the room. You know, the ulterior motive is we're cleaning up. But the idea is the children gather the eggs that are spread all around the room and put them in one basket. It's key that it's in one basket, because if each child had their own little bag and gathered as many eggs as they could, we'd be setting up a situation for competition where some children might be diving for the same egg and fighting over it. But when everybody's putting the eggs into a single laundry basket, a single goal, that usually sidesteps most of those highly competitive behaviors. And then the fun part is to put their hands in and move all the eggs around and get that great sensory input and the clatter of the eggs. They love that part. That's sort of the reward for gathering the eggs.
Daniel, come scramble the eggs.
So the next activity we did was a simple throwing activity. And so the children were behind a very clear boundary. I had the gutter stretched across at waist high for the children, and then realized that they were going around the side, so I put 2 chairs there, and there was a bookcase on the other side. So it very clearly conveyed, you're to stand behind the gutter and throw toward the wall. And some of the children were very attuned to the fact I put a laundry basket against the wall, and so they were throwing at the laundry basket, which was fine. But other children, it was just throwing at the wall, and that works. Again, it's better to work on the form and just get the idea of throwing before introducing a target that the children are going to throw at. So the wall is a really big place to throw, and it worked fine.
They were playing a game and all of a sudden, like, he's copying her, she's copying him, and they're doing the same thing, and they're engaging with each other, and it's great to see, because they're starting to share and they learn from each other and they're making friendships, and it's just great to see that development that typically only happens when they're actively playing with each other.
A final thought with the toddlers is, of course, they're very young and not that inclined to follow complex directions, so very, very simple activities work best. And sometimes it even works to have a couple of children get started and then the others see what's going on and join in.
Whoa, are you in a boat?